What up? What up? Welcome to Road to Recovery. I am your host, Kush. Real name Quentin, but today I am Zen Quinn. Zen Quinn is tired today. I just got off of an 8-hour shift at work and hauled ass straight here to my probation officer, then going over to my therapy class. Why? Because I have to be responsible, and that is one of the key things to holding down your recovery is to be responsible. Remember, you're not responsible for your addiction, but you are responsible for your recovery. So even though I'm tired, even though I've been up all night working, I still have things to do to make sure that I succeed, to make sure I don't fall into failure, to make sure that my recovery is successful. I'm never recovered, so I'll forever be in recovery, and I forever have to be working at this. I'll fail sometimes, and I'm human. I'll fall down, miss appointments, but the majority of the time I gotta make sure I'm on it. Gotta make sure I'm here to win it. You know what I mean? So you never give up, you never stop. You just keep on going. I wanted to share with you all because I don't want it to make it seem like, everything's all easy. It's not. Everything's all sweet. It's not. Like, you won't get tired, you will. You won't want to quit, you will. But a man is only as good as his words and not his emotions. And when I say a man, I don't mean it in the context as a male. I mean a human. I mean, you're only as good as what your word is. Put in that time, put in that effort, make the most out of it today. You only got 24 hours. Work them to the best of your ability because you're worth it. I also wanted to stop and talk about emotions and friendships for a while. I found out I had a conscience the other day, and it wasn't smooth. It was a rough thing to go through because I had been medicating myself for a while now to not feel anything, to be numb. And these days, we're not doing that. We're not picking up, we're not using, so we feel everything in its entirety. And it can be weird at first. But if you feel something that you did was wrong and it doesn't sit right with you, then that's growth. And you're growing, and allow yourself to grow. And I'm gonna tell you what a good friends told me. They all told me to put the bat down. Don't beat yourself up because you're gonna make mistakes. Just learn from those mistakes and don't continually make those mistakes. Don't live in those mistakes because feelings like that will be excuses to use, and we all know that we don't need excuses to use, but it makes it much easier to justify your using. So on the topic of friends, we'll talk about the people, the places, the things. I had a friend which I could not say no to on so many levels, and eventually every time I would tell her yeah, even though I would want to say no, it would always end up in a huge mess where it was all my fault. And just the other day, I did it again. 60 days clean, I did it again. And I was left with the mess, with the rubble to pick it all up and try to put it all together again. I walked around with that shame and that guilt all day long. And I'm not gonna tell you that it didn't make me feel some kind of way that I wanted to use. Yes, I had the excuse, but I did not pick up, and you don't have to either. I did what I know to do. I prayed, meditated, I tried to go to work. None of those things were successful for me. So I didn't stop there. I went to a meeting and I shared. And once I shared and got it off my chest, I had the fellowship of NA to gather around me and reveal to me that they too were in that position where they had a friend or a lover or a sibling that they could not say no to because they felt entitled to tell them yes. But you have to set healthy boundaries with people. And if you can't set healthy boundaries with people, you have to disconnect with them. And that can be some of the hardest things to do, to change the people, to change the places, to change the things that you're around and you're into. But it's necessary for your success. If you love yourself, you'll put yourself first. You'll put your recovery first. You'll put your higher power first. You'll put the things that matter to you first. And if they love you, they wouldn't ask you to put any of those things behind them. I just wanted to get on and share really quickly before I go in here and do a urine test for my probation officer. Don't you fret, because we know I'm clean today. And we only have today. So just for today, don't pick up. Don't pick up. This has been Kush. They call me Quentin, but we all know right now I'm Zen Quinn. Much love.